Hi Capricorn, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Capricorn, in today's reading, I'm going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, so let's see what's going on in your reading. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. See what's going on for you, Capricorn. Two cards for Capricorn. So you have overcoming obstacles. Good for you. You can do anything. You can overcome anything. Wow. Good for you, Capricorn. Yes, definitely. You are going to overcome all your obstacles. So it's good. And then you have breaking trail. A breakthrough is at hand. Definitely. Wow, this is beautiful. You're going to break, all these breakthroughs are going to come in. They're going to help you. Things are going to fall into place for you. Good for you. Good, good, good. All right, so Capricorn, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Capricorn spirit. For their highest good, for their highest good. One for the current. One for the situation. One for the past or now. What's hidden? Oh. For the hopes and fears. Let me put this here, 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 and here. One for what you need to do now. What you need to work on. And the outcome. What is the outcome? Wow. Beautiful. That is beautiful. Wow, look at that. And you have the Knight of Wands for the end of the tarot deck. Wow. You also have, you're trying to make a decision. You need to start taking it easy. Wow. New experiences are coming in. Good for you. Good for you. Very nice. Very nice, you guys. So you start off with the Page of Swords here. Whew. Okay. So with the Page of Swords, with the Page of Swords, you know, there's going to be a lot of change coming through. I feel like you need to communicate clearly with whatever is going on. Really express yourself clearly. Really see the truth in everything also. You know, really try not to jump into anything or jump to conclusions about anything, okay? You do have the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords is talking about, you know, you're in your mind a lot, you know, thinking about everything, you know, really overthinking everything, worried about everything, what's going to happen here, what's going to happen there, you know, just really, really in your mind. Wow. And then you have the Strength card for the past or now. I feel like with the Strength card that you really need to find your inner courage, you know, listen to that inner voice, you know, let's leave the doubts behind, you know, like leave those doubts behind. Like if you're thinking about, you know, this isn't going to work out, I'm never going to get better, stuff like that, really leave them behind, okay? And find your confidence and your courage to believe in yourself. You do have the Moon card here. The Moon card is talking about that in what's hidden, you know, maybe there are things that you're not seeing clearly also. Because I do feel like you are definitely in your mind a lot. Also too, with the King of Wands here at the end of the tarot deck, I do feel like you really need to start taking control of everything that's going on in your life, you know, like really seeing the truth, really, because, you know, when he comes around, you know, he's an entrepreneur, but he also likes to put things in order, you know, to get ahead, you know. So really, really try to put things, you know, to take care of things that are just dangling there. Wow. And then you have the, okay, right here. And then you have the Queen of Swords. Speak what's on your mind, you know, start speaking your mind. Maybe it's something that you want to speak about. Maybe there's a truth that you want to talk about, Capricorn. There's definitely something here. Stand up for yourself also. You have the, excuse me, you have the Two of Swords here. And what you need to do now. The Two of Swords is talking about really taking off that blindfold and seeing things for what they are. You know, there could be some kind of decision that you're contemplating about, but we'll see. But you really need to take that blindfold off. You have the Knight of Pentacles here. The Knight of Pentacles, I'm sorry, is it the Knight? No, it's the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, he's a very strong-willed person, right? He's an entrepreneur. He knows how to handle things. He knows how to create things. He knows how to establish himself, create that strong foundation, you know, and you will too. We'll see why it's here with the other cards. And then you have, excuse me, then you have the Ten of Pentacles here for the outcome. The Ten of Pentacles is talking about, you know, that, you know, having that material success, having more than enough for everything that you need. Wow, beautiful. Love it. All right, so let's see what's going on, Capricorn. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Good cards, Capricorn. Just a little bit, you know, you got to really get out of your mind about things, you know, start taking control of everything, okay? Really start seeing things differently now, because you're really leaving a lot of obstacles behind, and a lot of things are coming in for you to make things better. So it's nice. All right, so let's see what's going on, Capricorn. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Capricorn. Capricorn, Capricorn, Capricorn. Why is the Page of Swords here? Wow. Page of Cups. One more card. All right. So, like I said, you know, you do have the Page of Swords here. Really look at the truth in everything, okay? Really try to look at everything that you need to see, especially with the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is like, you know, really seeing the truth, you know, really do your research about if you're trying to create something or do something, really see the truth in everything, okay? I feel like you're also really, I feel like you're very overwhelmed with a lot. I feel like you carry a lot on your shoulders. You know, you carry everybody's problems, everybody's worry, but you yourself just hold on to a lot. And you really need to not really jump to conclusions, okay? Because the Page of Swords is also like, you know, jumping into things, you know, thinking about, oh, well, are they doing this? Are they doing that? You know, just try not to jump into conclusions about anything that's going on in your life. And I don't want to say just like your relationship or anything, because it could be anything. You know, try not just to jump to conclusions, like make things more than what they really are, because you do have the Nine of Swords here. Okay, and that right there is like, if you see her right here, if you see her, she's like, you know, caught in there, caught in the sword, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Oh, what if they're doing this? What if I go over here and I have to do this? And, you know, try not to jump to conclusions, okay? And also too, I feel like you need to set boundaries with things. Because you are very overwhelmed with a lot. You carry a lot on your shoulders, and it's time for you to start setting boundaries. You do have the Page of Cups here also. The Page of Cups is talking about really, you know, trusting your intuition, really looking at things differently, you know, trusting your feelings. I feel like there is new opportunities coming towards you, but I also feel like I feel like you're going to move forward, definitely. But, you know, also too, I feel like you're also trying to create, you're wanting to create something. Believe in yourself, like believe in yourself that you can do anything, okay? I do feel like with the Page of Cups here, I feel like you need to trust your feelings on what you're thinking, okay? Because like you are in your mind a lot, but I also feel like you jump to conclusions, like you're trying to jump, you know, you're making more than what it should be. And I feel like you really need to look at your feelings like that, like really try not to, okay? I feel like you're going to be moving forward. I feel like you need that. There's messages also coming in. And I feel like, you know, there's change coming in also. Okay. Really trust your intuition though. I feel like also pay attention to your dreams at night, because I feel like there's some kind of messages coming in, intuitive messages for you. You have the Nine of Swords here. And why is the Nine of Swords here for Capricorn? Wow. So you're really in your mind a lot. You have this card, you know, you've been overthinking, you know. Like I said, try not to jump to conclusions, you know, not to jump into anything, or be misled by anything. Really leave this behind if you can. Okay. I feel like you're not really seeing things clearly at all. I feel like because you have this card, you have this lady that she has the Eight of Swords. She's not looking at any. She can move forward. She can, get away from where she's at, but she doesn't. Even her rope is very loose, but she doesn't want to see because she has that blindfold on her. And this is you, okay? You have this card, this other card here, which is the Two of Swords, and they also have the blindfold on there. So they're asking you to really take that blindfold off and really see things for what they are, see the truth in everything, okay, before you assume anything. You have the Queen of Wands, and they're asking you to find your inner strength, to find, to believe in yourself, that, that you can do anything that's going on in your life, that you can overcome anything, and you will, because you have the overcoming obstacles and breaking trails. It's like you already know things are going to fall into place for you. But if you're in this mode right here where you're not paying attention to it, you're going to continue to be there, and you don't want that, Capricorn. Okay. Stop caring so much about what everybody else is doing or thinking. Take care of you first. Okay. You have the Strength card, and like I said, with the Strength card, listen to your inner voice. Listen to your like, find your courage, find your strength to listen to yourself, to listen to your doubts, like change the doubts that you're going through, controlling your doubts, like thinking negative, change that. Every time you think negative, switch to positive, try to get away from that, start controlling the way you're thinking, because you're too much into this, overthinking, worrying. Listen to that inner voice that you have. Okay. Wow. Find your strength, your patience, your courage, your calmness, to do what you need to do, and to believe in yourself also. You have the Moon card here. And why is the Moon card here for Capricorn? Wow. All right, so I feel like you are not really trying, you're kind of not really seeing things clearly. You do have the Moon card here. The Moon is saying that, maybe you're just uncertain about everything that's going on in your life, maybe you're not trusting your intuition enough, or you're really uncertain about things. You do have the Seven of Swords here, and the Seven of Swords is saying that, even though there's been betrayal, I'm sorry guys, I'm getting a lot of messages. Even though you're getting, even though there's been, deceit, betrayal, whatever it was, whatever it is that that you're going through, I feel like things are going to fall into place. Things are going to get better, but that you need to be honest with yourself in everything that you're doing. Okay. Especially if it's you that's like, having, being deceitful, lying, being sneaky, whatever, cheating, because I'm getting a lot of cheating here. I don't know why. Really, really be honest with yourself and the things that you're doing. Okay. Because remember, everybody gets caught, and it comes to an end very quickly. Okay. So just know that. That's a message for somebody out there. And then you have the Judgment card here, and what's hidden. The Judgment is talking about that, there are things, this Judgment is talking about, like, doing a do-over, like doing things differently now. You are not the same person that you used to be. Maybe you've grown into somebody different, and whatever it is, this is a chance to redo things, to reevaluate yourself, to be reborn. Like, I'm not doing that same thing anymore. I'm not going to go do this anymore. I'm not going to go over here anymore, because I'm not that person anymore, So that's what they're saying. Okay. So take it as that, because you're a totally different person now. Wow. Then you have the Queen of Swords here. And why is the Queen of Swords here? One more card. Wow. Really try to focus, okay? Really try to focus on things. I feel like you really need to start focusing on everything that's going on in your life, because you have the Four of Swords, the Four of Cups here. The Four of Cups is like, he's just looking out there. He's not paying attention to that, all these opportunities that are coming in. He's not looking at the Three Cups that are down and below. He's just not caring. I feel like you've been disappointed in your life, and that I feel like, you just don't care. Like you're very disconnected, and you need to try to, really clear your energy. I feel like you need to start focusing more, okay? Because the artist is here, and he focuses on detail by detail, and that's you. Start focusing on things, okay? With the Queen of Swords here, I also feel that you need to speak your mind. What's on your mind? Why are you always constantly thinking about things? Why are you always like stuck? Why do you feel stuck? Why do you feel like you can't move forward? Start speaking your mind. You're very strong-willed, Capricorn. So start speaking your mind. You've been through the worst already. So why are you holding back on speaking your mind? They're asking you to start speaking. Speak your truth. Speak your mind. Okay? Because the Queen of Swords, she don't hold back. She tells you like you're gonna be told. What she feels, she's gonna tell you. So this is you. Being strong-willed, being able to do what you need to do, because right now you're in this breakthrough mode. You're in this new cycle. So it's time, wow. You have the Two of Swords up here for what you need to do now. There's decisions that you're trying to make. Why is the Two of Swords here? One more card. Wow. Very nice, though. Good. A lot of good things are changing for you. Whether you want to see it as good or bad, there are good things here. There are a lot of good things. Change is here, trying to change you forward. You have the Two of Swords here. Take off that blindfold, you guys. Really take off that blindfold, Capricorn. Really see things for what they are. Really see it, okay? They're asking you to do your research. They're asking you to really see everything. I feel like you're going to be walking away from something. You're leaving a lot of these obstacles behind. You're overcoming a lot, and I feel like you're going on a new path, a new direction. You're not staying in the same place anymore. Because you look at him, he's like, yeah, I'm going to go up on those mountains, and I don't care if anybody likes it or not. I'm just going to walk away because I don't want to be here. That's you. I feel like things are going to start moving very quickly. I feel like there's unexpected news, unexpected messages. I also feel like there is going to be there's going to be a lot of change coming in. So be ready. Things are going to move fast. So also be ready with that. You have the King of Pentacles here. Why is the King of Pentacles here? One more card. Wow. Oh, wow. That's crazy. So you have the King of Pentacles, right? He's the king. And then you also have the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, and that's in one place here, okay? But you also have the Three of Swords, okay? You've been feeling very emotional. Your emotions have been all over the place. You're tired, you're tired, you're frustrated, you're overthinking, you're worried, you're like trying to figure things out, it's just been a lot for you. And it shows here. Your emotions are definitely all over. Take care of yourself no matter what. Okay? No matter what. There is wealth here, but the thing is that, you guys have been, you guys have been, enjoying that wealth, doing the things that you want, but there's so much that is going on in your life that you neglect yourself. Okay? Really start taking care of yourself. You can do it all. You can do everything that you want to, but, stop neglecting yourself. Take care of yourself. I also feel like for a lot of you guys that you need to take care of your finances better. Whatever it is, try to make better decisions with your finances. Clear your mind before you start doing anything like that also. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is very nice. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Wow. Wow, this is nice. Very nice, Capricorn. So you do have the Ten of Pentacles, and there is abundance coming through for you, so it's nice. You're going to have that material success, the material success that you want. And you're going to have enough, so it's very nice. you know, you're really thinking about a lot of things. You know, you're looking for answers. You have been searching for answers. You know, they're asking you to really, you know, get closer to the divine, get closer to God or whoever you're praying to, get closer to that, to them. Also too, I feel like you need to try to be at peace, you know, really try to find your peace within. Okay, because you're in your mind a lot about a lot of things, and the Hierophant always, he's always at peace, at peace. You know, be at peace with things. Okay, because you're on a new cycle right now. New cycle's coming in. There's a lot of joy. There's a lot of happiness. You know, but use it. Okay, stop thinking about the past. Stop thinking about what has happened. Stop thinking about everything. You know, stop overthinking. It doesn't matter anymore. Just move forward, okay? Because the universe is pushing you forward. God is pushing you forward. So be ready, because there's a lot of things that are changing. Wow. All right, so Capricorn, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I will definitely see you next time. God bless.